Hello, hello, Facebook fan. What's going on? Yes, it's everybody's favorite governor, Jonathan Garcia, coming to you live and direct. And if this has some buffering in it, I apologize, but I'm trying to work with that. It looks like everything is like slowed down, but let me know if you can hear me. Enjoy the show. Yeah. So Jonathan Garcia had some things on his mind after I listened to the Georgia gun owners video. Yeah, good old honey badger time. So I tagged everybody in here that hopefully can come on in here. But I want to get some things sort of cleared up. Or not really cleared up, but I want to address some things. Just let me address some things. Especially about what's going on. Okay. So, me being who I am, Jonathan David Garcia, and of course, from my background and my experience of different things here in Georgia, but also as being an American and an American in Georgia, I'm going to have some fun with this. Because I'm a constitutionalist. That's how I do it. Oh, man. Yes, God's blessing on all. For real. So, this is what I want to say. First and foremost, as Americans, okay, there is a such thing as a 9th and a 10th Amendment. Read that. Learn that. Okay? When anybody says that any law repugnant is null and void, that's what they're talking about. Why is the 9th and 10th Amendment so important? When you talk about any law being repugnant to the Constitution and Bill of Rights, any law that is not constitutional is null and void on standing. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's because of the 9th and 10th Amendment. Any law that takes away your 1st, your 5th, 9th, and 10th are null and void. Period. Why are those so important? It's because while all these legislators are running around that gold dome, okay? While they're running around that gold dome, signing all types of legislation to try to take away your rights, understand that the only way they can take your rights is by voluntary compliance. That means you give up your right. Oh boy. Hold on. Let me take care of this. I'm coming right back. Hold on. All right. So what that means, all right, under voluntary compliance. Under voluntary compliance, that's the only way they can get you. All right. So how do you fight it? This was my whole speech, all right, about 1776. The new blood of 1776 is calling not just patriots, okay? Because honestly, anybody that's an American should be a patriot. Understand that the way the Constitution works is if we the people stand together. That means that there's no parties or anything like that. You're either an American or you're not. That's it. So all this stuff about, this politician did this and that other politician did that, understand that it's like WWF. This ain't UFC. What they're doing in the Gold Dome is WWF. It ain't UFC. UFC is 1776. UFC right here, our 1776 is when we the people unite and start really doing some stuff. That stuff that happened up in DC, that was some WWF stuff. That wasn't we the people. That was not we the people. Period. That was a mousetrap. And I'm going to break it down to everybody out there, even Georgia gun owners out there. The Georgia gun owners, understand this, shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed means shall not be infringed. It's not to interpretation. It was put down in law. That is law. Shall not be infringed. There was nothing after that. All right. So what am I talking about here? Okay. Quick example. All right. You got this clear glass of water, right? This clear glass of water is your Constitution, your Bill of Rights. This clear glass of water is water. You can drink it. All right. This apple cider vinegar represents every damn politician that we have ever had that has went against the Constitution. All those that have presented any type of act, unconstitutional law, as to the Constitution, this is what they did. They tainted something that was pure. They tainted something that was pure. Okay? Now, to any American out there that would understand, I ain't drinking this crap. You might as well pour it out and start all over. Period. And that's what needs to be our resolve as we the people. We need to pour that crap out and start over. Issue is, or issue ain't my baby. I was joking on that. But understand it like this. They took something pure. Okay? And over time, every single politician that added anything to that was unconstitutional made it undrinkable. You drink it, any right-minded person is going to spit it out because it's not what it's supposed to be. When they started out and they said, we the people, they didn't leave nobody out. It's the fact that we the people bought into the BS that divided us, that disenfranchised a lot of us. Okay? But I'm going to help everybody understand this, because there is no excuse for the division. I'm going to show you how. Okay? Now, 1628. All right? 1628 was the Petition of Rights. All right? That was the Petition of Rights. That was the predecessor to our Bill of Rights. That was the first petition to the king. All right? So, 1774 rolls around. 1775 rolls around. And you got, in between 74 and 75, you got the shot heard around the world. Crispus Attucks, the free black man who got shot during the Boston Massacre, which was the shot heard around the world. Free man, not slave, free man. Oh, free man. Oh, yeah. On census, there's a such thing as free man. Yeah, they took it off census too. Why? Because they don't want nobody to have free man status. But that's not something me and you are supposed to know. That's something that we, the people, are not supposed to know. That there is something called free man status. Going back to the original census. Oh yeah. Crispus Attucks was a free man. A black free man. Not just because he was an ex-slave and free. No, he was a black free man who had free man status under the constitutional law, which there were a lot of black people, Negroes, that had free man status, as to Pennsylvania and New York. Both colonial states who were granting freeman status to Negroes, black people. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's no excuse. All there is we the people. There's only we the people. When you start diluting it, you start mixing, when you start putting that water, you start putting stuff in there that shouldn't be, you start making what was good bad. What they did was, on many levels, they took not only your freeman status away, but they gave you second tier status, civil rights. Oh, shh. You're not supposed to know that. Who am I? I don't have a Harvard law degree. But I can research, baby. Oh, yeah. Who am I? Right? Yeah. Constitution says that you do not have to have any type of degree. You don't have to have a diploma. You don't have to have this. No, you don't. But you do have to be an American. You do have to be we the people. You damn sure do have to be a free man. Meaning that you do, as long as you can vote, and you're not in prison, guess what? You're a free man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. As long as you can vote, and as long as you're not in prison or in jail, you're a free man. Okay. The other part of this, okay, while we're talking about this, all right, for anybody to take any rights away from you, I'm going back to voluntary compliance. We the people, when we see our neighbor, our fellow American in court having their rights violated by any of these BS legalities that are unconstitutional, as it's happening to them in court, it's also happening to you. And it's happening to me. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Because, damn it, I don't want to see it happen to me. And I've been there on many occasions. And how do I stop it? By throwing out every excuse that there ever has been. Oh, it's just happening to them. No, when it's happening to them, it's happening to me. When it's happening to me, and my rights are being violated, your rights are being violated. When they're saying that you cannot do something, and you are voluntarily complying because nobody else is speaking for you, or speaking up for you, or having your six, that's where we as Americans are falling short. And that is not the spirit or the love of 1776 that got us our Constitution, Bill of Rights, Federalist Papers, or anything else that is the thought of one nation under God. We do have the right for redress of grievances. All of us do. It can't be one person, though. That one redress of grievance has to be backed by we the people. Everybody. What happened up in D.C., that big ass mousetrap, that's all that was. That was not we the people going in there for our voice to be heard. That's not what that was. That was a mousetrap. That was a big charade. That was a big old farce to say, hey, don't ask, don't tell. That's what went down. That's what went down. To disenfranchise we the people. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. It doesn't. Because when anybody has their vote disfranchised, that goes against what Martin Luther King, Malcolm X fought for with civil rights, which really that was not even necessary. What was necessary, though, was for us all to have our God-given unalienable rights recognized as free men. Not to ask government, oh, we desperately need our rights that are God-given. No. God-given unalienable rights are the rights that we are born on this, on God's green earth. That's what we are given. We're born with them. You cannot separate us from them. And the only way you can separate yourself from that is by voluntary compliance. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they were not constitutionalists. They were not. If they understood the Constitution, then that deal that they took with LBJ, the deal that Martin Luther King had with LBJ, he would have ripped up that paper, wiped his butt with it, and threw it back at him. Because they're not God-given, unalienable rights. You cannot make a deal with the devil. Period. Anything that you have to ask for, which you already have, is redundant. What Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement was asking for was something that they already had. It's just the fact that they were disenfranchised. And once again, from 1965 to 2021, or actually 2020 and 2021, it's not just them over there or them over there being disfranchised, or they got robbed, or them over there got robbed. No. When you disenfranchise them and their votes, you're disenfranchising everybody's vote. So while people are all, oh, we got over on Trump, we did this, forget the Republicans, oh, forget the Democrats, oh, we did this over here and we did that. No. What happened was they disenfranchised the vote of everybody. And that means until we, the people, open our eyes and get it right for ourselves and understand that if it can happen to them, it can happen to you. Oh yeah. And if you can't have integrity in any type of vote or anything like that, then guess what? It's done. So, my example, pour out the water that was tainted, pour it all out, and start all over again. How do we start all over again? As we the people, how do we start all over again? The first thing that we have to do as we the people is understand sovereignty. But you cannot have sovereignty if anybody is left out. Because a sovereign country has to have sovereign people. It's one nation under God. Ain't nobody left out unless you want to be left out. We're all God's children. And unfortunately, there are some that do not want to recognize themselves as God's children. Oh yeah. Getting to it. All right. So, the dialogue is, first, there is no excuse Ain't nobody left out in the Constitution. Period. The fact of the matter is how we deal with each other as Americans. That's not socialism, communism, done. No, it ain't working. It will never work in America. The Constitution is in direct conflict with the Constitution. It doesn't work like that. You can listen to Bernie Sanders, Killer Mike, Nasty Pelosi, freaking AOCC, Warnock, Crotchrot, John Crotchrot. You can listen to Stacey Abrams. Their mentality is wrong. First of all, just by their mentality and their ideology, it does not make them, their ideology makes them unfit for office because their ideology is in conflict with the Constitution. What does that mean? They have no obligation to we the people to do anything in office as to we the people. Actually, for we the people. They have no obligation to do anything for we the people. And if they like communism so much, anybody that voted for them, if you like that ideology so much, look up Russia, look up real Nazi Germany. Oh yeah, because that was socialism, not just nationalism. That was socialism, communism and socialism. The Democratic Socialist Party look those up. Look up CCP. That's the Chinese Communist Party. And if you think that all LeBron James and all them talking about, oh, they're so oppressed, right? But they're getting money. They're getting paid from China. I guarantee you. But if they like it so much, all right, they will never talk about how not just black, Africans that are the actual professional, got degrees in everything, got professions, and are doing things. But all those that are in China, they will never say about how they're treated. LeBron James will never say a damn thing about how black people are treated in China. Getting beat. Oh yeah, they kung fu fighting on black people in China. And they cannot purchase apartments in China. Oh yeah, if they can't purchase apartments in China, you darn sure know that they ain't purchasing land in China. Oh yeah. Discrimination by China. But it ain't said by any of these NBA players, right? Oh yeah. They're so woke. They're awake, all right, yeah. They're so woke, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bending over. See, you guys think the little honey badger don't know his stuff. I'm the first one to talk about some dang some real. This ain't Jim Crow South. America is nowhere close to Jim Crow. Damn sure ain't nowhere close to Willie Lynch. Nowhere close. But you look at all these people, the real sellouts, all these buck broke sellouts, all them, yeah, they got the money. They're getting paid. They're getting paid a lot of money, in the millions, to sell out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But guess what? Open your eyes, everybody. Look what time it is. Open your eyes. It's time. It's time. Open up that Constitution. Read your Bill of Rights. And see, I was saving this. I'm saving this for the end. I'm going to talk about how the true 13th Amendment, yeah, the original 13th Amendment, Titles of Nobility Act, how we the people, what we really lost as to the real Titles of Nobility Act. That was the original 13th Amendment, not what Lincoln brought, not what he wrote. No. You want to hear about some? See, we can always talk about all the stuff that's been done. There were slaves globally. Globally. Every civilization has had slaves. Mayans, Aztecs, even in South America, they've had slaves. Egypt, remember the Exodus? Had slaves. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. See, it wasn't the colonists that started slavery. It wasn't. No. You had Spanish, French, Portuguese. And who okayed it? Who okayed it? The Vatican, the Pope. Oh, yeah. So where's Black Lives Matter talking about the Vatican? Where's Black Lives Matter talking about the Spanish? Since they want to talk about people of color. The French. Oh yeah, old Gaul. Where's Black Lives Matter talking about the Portuguese? Hell, where's Black Lives Matter talking about Islam and Muslim? The Islamic slave trade. Oh yeah. Where's anybody that wants to virtue signal and pander and all this stuff? Where are they talking about? Why aren't they talking about that what's done in the past was stopped at 1776? And how was it stopped? It was stopped by two states. Pennsylvania and New York. The only two states besides your service were willing to give you free man status. And there's so many other ugly truths. Where is all this pandering and all this talk about the Native Americans that owned slaves? Yeah. Yeah. Where do your digging and your research, because there was black people that owned slaves. And it wasn't just because they were trying to, protect their family or no. There was people making money real money off slave trade. (1776), the new blood of 1776. While all these people are chasing their tails, saying, well, this lawmaker over here is threatening this excuse me, this, well, they're saying they're gonna make a legality to threaten a constitutional law. We, the people, under the 9th and 10th Amendment, also have the power to tell them not only is it an unconstitutional law or legality, but hell no, we won't comply with it. So all this, they're going to come after the Second Amendment. True Americans, as we the people, it's called growing a pair. All right? Growing a pair got us through some pretty ugly stuff. French and Indian War, a Revolutionary War, War of 1812. Yeah, and then you got your Civil War, and then you got your you might as well say your World Wars, and then you got, y'all. We the people, there is nobody left out when the Constitution says we the people. The only way that we're left out is when we jump into these boxes and separate ourselves from being united, one nation under God. That's what happened with this BS that happened at the end of 2020. And if you best believe, millions and millions of Americans, all of us, didn't just see corruption at the highest level, but saw not only theft at the highest level, but also the canceling of freedom of speech at the highest level. And that's why we the people need to open up our eyes and understand all these BS politicians. Oh yeah, they're out there now. They done showed their butt. Oh yeah, they done showed their butt. So we all know who they are now. So what we the people need to answer is this question. Are we the people, when it comes around 2022, are we going to voluntarily comply to BS at the local level, at the state level, or even at the federal level? Are we going to voluntarily comply? I know what we in the state of Georgia are going to do. Oh yeah. See, in the state of Georgia, how we're going to fix this, especially coming down to my election, 2022, paper ballot, ID, you signing it, and then your thumbprint. Oh, yeah. Yep. Ain't going to be no burning. Ain't going to be no shredding. All the stuff. No. Different day and age. I guarantee you, and all these politicians talking about change and all this stuff. No. And all these politicians talking about all this Civil War stuff. No. No. I don't care if it is Georgia gun owners. I don't care if it's GOA talking about this stuff, saying it's Civil War. Anybody saying it's Civil War is not no. This ain't gonna be no Civil War. It's not gonna be a Civil War. What we are gonna take part in with SHTF, what we're gonna take part in is the restoration of a constitutional republic. That's what that is. And it's going to be at the ballot box. Because all these politicians out here that won't even bust the grape, yeah, you darn sure know that they don't want the bullet. So it's going to be the ballot. Definitely. Yeah. So we, the people, have to ask this one question, and it's got to be answered by we, the people, nobody else. You can forget all the fly-by-night politicians and all that. And I am not a damn politician. I'm not. I will never recognize myself as a politician. Period. And matter of fact, when it comes down to it, I'll answer the Honey Badger or Mr. Garcia. But any title, I don't care to be called that at all. At all. That's foolishness and flattery. The flattery and foolishness. Because I bleed just like everybody else does. That's it. So, yeah, the only thing that makes me is a public servant as to this constitutional republic that will be restored in the state of Georgia. I guarantee you. That's it. So all these fly-by-night politicians, all this old money, all this new money, all that Soros money, all that stuff. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen my page yet, but I work for mine. I ain't bought. The only people I'm bought by is who I work for. That's it. And so the only people that I'm bought by to do my job in 2022 is we, the people. That's it. So, yeah. Am I going to cause a few ripples? A few waves? Yeah, I'd say so. But I got a hell of a lot of twisted tea. Honey Badger got a lot of twisted tea. And he shall be passing it out. he shall damn sure be passing it out. That's for damn sure. But yeah. Y'all, don't fall for the foolishness. Don't fall for it. It don't matter if you're a threeper, a keeper. I hate, but I mean, it don't matter if you're a threeper, keeper. It doesn't matter, you know, if you're Siffy Street. It doesn't matter. We're all first Americans. That's it. Whether you want to identify yourself as a child of God or not. Our stewardship as Americans is America. America first. Our posterity, our children, is our stewardship. That is the most important thing. Family is everything. That's what 1776 was about. It was fighting for the posterity, fighting for the children, the next generation, and passing it on to the next generation. The stewardship of we the people. That's what that was about. So, everybody, good morning and God bless. Hope you guys had an awesome morning, and hope you guys got some breakfast too. Got something to eat or something. But yeah, you know, we got to get past this foolishness, honestly. There's a lot of stuff, but like we say, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Oh, boy. So, but yeah, y'all, just keep me in your prayers. I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to have a lot of fun. And, you know, anybody that wants to help out with the campaign and all that stuff, you know, just let me know. Hit me on Messenger. Definitely. Make sure that you're not getting caught up in this BS. There's a lot of BS. And there's a lot of PSYOP stuff going around. So, yeah, share this. Let everybody know that we're out here. That we the people are thinking. And we have a lot to say. And we got a lot of work to do. So, with that said, one nation under God, peace out, and definitely love y'all, and keep me in your prayers. Peace.